Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Jab Wrestling Podcast. We're Jay and Bob, and we're doing the job because the JAB is the place to be. Today, we're talking SmackDown Live, we're talking TLC predictions, we're previewing TLC, and we're doing our prediction league. But first, fighting out of the red corner, this is Jay. And fighting out of the blue corner, here's Bob. Why are you booing the hose, man? I used to like The Godfather.
I never boo hoes. I got hoes with different area codes.
I'm more of a rake man than a hoe man.
A rape man.
A rake.
We may need to stop recording. Stop recording.
I said rake, you deaf Mother Hubbard.
Hey, what did Mother Hubbard ever do to you?
She went to the cupboard to get someone a bone.
A dog.
And when she went there, the cupboard was bare. And so that someone had none. It was like me watching Goldberg versus Lesnar.
Oh, dear.
So, good evening everyone out there in Jabland.
Good evening.
Hope we're all doing well today. Jay, how are you doing today?
I'm cool. I'm sweet. How are you?
I'm alive. I'm bristling, brother.
Bristling.
Yeah. Not wrestling, bristling.
I'm looking forward to extending my winning streak of 2-0 and taking the spoils at TLC.
You talked about extending something and then your hand went down there and I was a bit worried for a second.
Well, I'm currently 4-3 up, aren't I, on predictions at the moment? You know how quickly I got that in there? Just in case it's the last time I can ever say this. I'll look back on this episode fondly.
Doesn't sound like you have much faith in your own predictions.
I have faith. I have faith that you're going to screw yourself up.
Well, if there's one thing you got to have, is you got to have faith. Oh, Jay, you got to have faith. Because you got to have faith, the faith. You got to have faith, the faith. Jay, yeah!
I don't think I'm liking your new Natalia angle.
This is my old... Natalia's taking my angle. That's what's going on here. That's what's going on
my
here.
My apologies. I didn't realise.
Yeah.
That she had plagiarised you.
I think I should be suing for gimmick infringement. G.I. Joe, baby.
Oh, dear.
And I don't mean Summer Joe.
Summer Joe. I saw.
Summer Rae and Summer Joe. A match made in heaven. So yeah, today people, we're going to be talking SmackDown Live. We're going to be doing our predictions as we go. And yeah, previewing TLC, which is this Sunday. Looking forward to TLC, Jay?
Hell yeah, I am. AJ Styles, baby.
AJ, baby, the face that runs the place.
You know it.
That's it. But just a reminder, we're on the iTunes, so subscribe to our iTunes. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. At Jab Wrestling on Twitter. Tweet us, people. Come speak to us. We're there.
Indeed.
Come follow us. Follow the at Jab Wrestling. I don't even know if that's a thing, but
it's not a thing.
Let's do it anyway. Do it, people. We're on the YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube as well. We're on the Stitcher, which I don't know much about. Can you subscribe there?
You don't have to, but you can do.
Do it, people. Why not?
Might as well.
Yeah, dive head first.
And obviously don't forget about the website, jabwrestling.com, baby.
Jabwrestling.com, where everything is. All the links are there as well. So jabwrestling.com is the centre, the hub of Jabland.
The Mother Hubbard.
The Mother Jabbered, Jibby, Jabbered the Hubbard.
I like how you asked them to give us a 5-star review. They may not like us. They'll be like, fuck these two guys.
I'm sure if they've been listening to us long enough, I think, they're listening to us right now.
That's true.
I said that, loads of people turned off. If you want to leave us a 1-star review, great. Just leave us a review.
A review? We love reviews.
But preferably a 5-star review. And be all gushing and love us. And no, seriously, it helps with the algorithm. So iTunes looks more favourably upon us. That's what it is, you see.
Yeah.
And then we can spread the word. So share it yourself, people. Tell people out there that Jab Wrestling is here.
Exactly. Tell your neighbour. Go knock on their door right now and tell your neighbours.
Wake them up if they're sleeping.
Yeah. Just say, hey, you, motherfucker. Listen to jabwrestling.com, man.
Just go up to them and go, jab, 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 jab. So, Jay, are you ready to talk some SmackDown Live?
No, I'm not, man.
All right, so I'll be doing the show by myself then. No problems.
Yes, you could do it all by yourself.
Right, you're on mute from now on. You're a mutant. So, let's do it. Let's talk some SmackDown Live. Are you ready? SmackDown. This is SmackDown. SmackDown. This is SmackDown. SmackDown. This is SmackDown. SmackDown on jabwrestling.com. So, Jay, we start SmackDown Live, and there's a sign in the crowd.
Oh, no. What did he say?
It said, The Miz favourites his own tweets.
Hey, I do that.
Why does that not surprise me?
What's wrong with that, man? It means I liked what I posted.
In fact, when I saw this sign, I thought of you. I thought, Jay favourites his own tweets. That's what he should read.
Oh, dear. What, don't you favour your own tweets?
No, that's not the purpose of tweets.
Okay.
Sorry to break it to you, bruv.
Well, who determined the rules of social media?
It's not a rule. I mean, you can do it, but it's just considered bad decorum, bruv.
Bad decorum?
Bad decorum is it's not correct or proper.
I've never been more insulted in my whole life.
Well, I can do better. Trust me.
I'm afraid that's your only chance.
The window of opportunity is now closed.
I've closed it. You're done. You're through.
My Windows isn't working anyway. So. That was a little PC joke. But we won't be getting so PC later. But anyway, SmackDown kicks off with Renee in the ring. And it's for a women's title contract signing between Becky and Alexa Bliss. And Bliss tells Renee to leave the ring and that they will call on her if they need tips on bad fashion.
That's harsh, man.
Yeah.
She looked alright.
Yeah, she looked pretty cool. It's pretty snazzy, but Bliss looks great. So.
Of course.
Yeah. If it was anyone else, you know what I mean?
I know,
fair enough. But Bliss says that Becky only won last time because of a blind referee and dumb Irish luck.
You are proper insulted during this because she laid in on the Irish, didn't she?
And Becky said back to her, "Pog my horn, Alexa. You fucking idiot, yeah."
I must have missed it, that bit.
Well, to me, Becky looked well blissed off.
She did indeed.
Alexa calls the crowd a pile of bricks.
I don't know what that means. Is that...
I don't know.
I thought you'd have some sort of symbolism that...
I was thinking maybe they'd already built the wall and knocked it down. Becky compares Bliss to her cousin Neve. I've got a cousin called Neve as well. They are both blonde. She's not blonde. They cry when they don't get their own way. And they are both obsessed with Gary Glitter.
Oh, that's... What?
Do you want to be in my gang, my gang, my gang? Do you want to be in my gang? Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And then I found out that Neve is only 4 years old. and I felt ashamed of myself. But it was too late, because I'd already wondered to myself, does Bliss take it up to Gary Glitter?
Oh, my God. What has happened? Where you get your mind out of the gutter?
You got your mind in the gutter.
Oh dear.
We find out that Becky is the WWE's honey badger.
Yeah, apparently.
Is this a thing?
It's not a great reference because they're ugly as fuck, man. I know they're tenacious, aren't they? That's what they're known for.
Yeah. Well, when we were kids, we used to call good-looking women beavers and ugly-looking women badgers.
Wow.
Yeah.
We just used to call them attractive.
It was just like a beaver. You do the little kind of.
Wow.
And Badger was just Badger. That was it.
Oh my god.
We were young. You know, we were like 12 years old, bro.
And misogynistic, clearly.
We didn't even know what that word meant at the time. Yeah.
Oh,
we barely knew what a woman was back then.
Other than,
what's up, Dak?
yeah.
Did you used to think that Bugs Bunny looked really fit when he dresses up as Mrs. Bunny?
No, I would bang Jessica Rabbit, but no, I didn't think that Roger Rabbit. Wait, who's Bugs Bunny?
Rampant Rabbit? Did you say?
Yeah.
So she's talking about Honey Badger, and I was thinking, is that like Honey G?
No,
No,
not that Honey G.
Because she's a badger. Why don't we call reality TV stars instead of badgers? I mean, it's a worse epidemic than bovine TB will ever be. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. There's reality TV stars everywhere. I mean, there's even one as president of the United States right now.
In the world's biggest reality game show in the world. Currently, going on.
Bliss starts coughing, and Becky says, "Are you coughing up a fur bar there, Puss in Boots?"
Yeah.
And every time Bliss hears Becky speak, she feels like vomiting. I hope she doesn't have bovine TB too. It could be the bliss of death.
Oh dear.
Bliss mentions leprechauns, Lucky Charms, and clover leaves. The usual stereotypes. Fiddly diddly dee.
Diddly diddly.
Diddly diddly dee.
Michael Flatley.
Bliss is gonna pour ice water on her. Straight fire! And Bliss says that Becky didn't learn to speak coherently on the potato farm. Potatoes! Maybe because she had a mouthful of potatoes at the time.
I love a mouthful of potatoes right now. I'm fucking hungry, man.
I bet you would. So don't call her Lexi, it's Alexa.
When did she ever call her Lexi,
She
by
did
the
during
way?
the promo, she called her Lexi.
Did she?
Yeah.
All right, 'cause I missed that.
Yeah. Becky attacks her and hits a Bexplex, but then Bliss pushes her for a table. What did you think of this segment, Jay?
Yeah, it was quality, but the only thing I didn't understand is why did Becky attack her? Because she didn't actually do anything really to antagonize
Are
her.
you kidding me? She was giving all the Irish stereotypes.
Oh, okay.
The leprechauns, the Lucky Charms, the potatoes, the four-leaf clovers. Come on, man.
But I understand that. Don't get me wrong.
Listen, the Irish temperament, do not mess with it.
Clearly.
We have trigger words. There are trigger words, bro. Yeah? Like terrorist and Protestant.
And Glasgow Rangers.
No, but they're Scottish. That's like a thing where you're born to and you have to support one or the other.
Yeah.
If you're Irish and you're a Protestant, you support Rangers, and if you're Irish and a Catholic, you support Celtic.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why I support Celtic. If I wasn't Catholic, I would never support Celtic.
Good.
Okay. I'm saying, but I have no reason to support them, like other than that they're the Catholic team. So,
Yeah. But she said all those things about Ireland, but then it took for her to say to Becky, "Oh, don't call me Lexi," for her to get pissed off to attack her. It's just like, okay, that was weird.
I think she was just looking for a reason.
Clearly, the Irish have serious anger management issues.
Well, we do. Just look at Conor McGregor.
He's quality.
Oh, right, so he's all right then. Yeah, because
He's alright,
quality,
man.
yeah.
Did you see him beat up the bullies?
Did I see him beat up?
No, he didn't beat them up, but like he was walking through a park in Ireland,
Yeah.
and then there was a kid getting bullied. Like some kids were ganging up on him and like punching him, and Conor McGregor just happened to be walking past, and then he actually intervened. And it's like, it's just like Superman showing up, isn't it? It's like, if you could ask for anyone to show up at that precise moment, it would be the guy holding 2 weight division titles in the UFC. And Conor McGregor, yeah. And then he broke up the fight, and it was all over social media and stuff. It was quality.
Was there actual video evidence, or was it all just...
No, there was video evidence. Somebody started filming it. He didn't actually attack them. He just protected this other kid.
Yeah.
And got rid of the other guys. And it was just a really quality moment, man.
Wouldn't it be funny if the kids attacked him not knowing who he was?
I think though it's an island, so
It's
I think
an
they know
island,
exactly who it was. Yeah.
They probably shat their pants, man.
It was like, holy shit, man. Wait, that was a terrible Irish accent.
Holy but the diddly diddly dee. Why, I fellow? I'm from Ireland. Biddly diddly dee. I like me West Country accent, I do. I'm a cider drink. Oh no, I drink Guinness, really. Oi, oi, oi.
Oh dear.
We're going into weird regional accents now. What's going on?
I don't know. This show's already gone to pot. But no, I like the
Only if you're smoking the pot, right?
And I do no such thing, and neither do you, because we do not condone drugs, do we, Bob?
No, and that's the pot calling the kettle black.
That's just racist.
I would dream of being racist, Jay. We'll save that for later.
Oh dear.
To me, it's not racist, but we'll get there. Go on.
What was your thoughts on this segment? What was your thoughts?
I like this segment. I like the interplay between both these girls. I think they've been really good all the way through, really solid. I actually believe that there's tension between them. I actually believe they don't like each other. You know, this match is going to be great, I think.
Indeed, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we also got stipulation added, which we'll talk about later. It's pretty obvious what it is, but we'll talk about it later. Next, we get Ziggy and Kalisto versus Miz and Corbin. Jeremy Corbin. Miz goes for a ladder at the start, but gets DDT'd outside by Ziggy. And Corbin eats a super kick! Kalisto does a springboard drop kick to Miz. We get a corkscrew springboard, then a suicide dive to Corbin, and then a super kick to Miz. Maurice pushes a ladder onto Ziggy. We get Salita del Sol from Kalisto to Miz, but Corbin blasts Kalisto with a chair for the DQ. What did you think about this match, Jay?
Nothing to write home about, I don't think. It was only like 7 minutes. I say only, but for a match to end in DQ, I think they obviously didn't want to make anyone look weak and anyone getting the pinfall. So I think it was the right way to sort of end the match. And yeah, sort of Corbin gets a little revenge from last week. Even though I probably would have gone with Kalisto sort of attacking Corbin rather than Corbin attacking Kalisto.
Okay.
I think you just need to make Kalisto look a little stronger than he is at the moment.
Well, I've got to be honest with you, bruv. If Corbin didn't hit Kalisto with a chair, he would have done nothing in this match. He did nothing in this match. At all. He wasn't tagged in. He did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to me, it was a good way of putting two feuds that are going to be on a pay-per-view in the same match, like you say. And the DQ's fair enough, because again, you don't bury anyone, make anyone look weak before the pay-per-view. So, I'm okay with the way this was booked. But let's talk about TLC, because at TLC, we are going to have Dolph Ziggler versus Miz in a ladders match.
Yeah.
And we're going to have Baron Corbin versus Kalisto in a, what kind of match? We're having a chairs match.
Chairs.
A chairs match. Yeah. So we'll talk about Corbin and Kalisto first in a chairs match.
Yeah.
In our prediction league, this is going to be worth 1 point. How do you see this match going, Jay?
I think it has to be Corbin going over in this match. I don't think they're trying to push him as a big guy, a scary guy, and although that there are weapons involved, and it gives Kalisto a chance, but ultimately this is still a pinfall match, isn't it? At the end of the day,
or a submission match.
Submission, yeah. It's just a regular match. Just chairs are added as a stipulation, isn't it?
There won't be a DQ. I don't know if there's a count out. I don't know.
Probably not a count out. But I can only see Corbin going over here. How about you?
Yeah, it's hard to see past Corbin. Although, like you say, the chairs are kind of a leveler for Kalisto, so he can use them. Maybe he'll do like a coast to coast or something with the chair.
Probably.
Or do in some interesting ways of using a chair, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's more likely to finish with the end of days on the chair, isn't it? That's the way. Yeah. That's the way I see it finishing. It could be a Salita del Sol on the chair. It could go either way, really.
It could, but then you don't want your big guy losing to a little guy that way, do you?
Well, they're trying to push Kalisto, I suppose, as the next Rey Mysterio. So.
Well, they did, and then they kind of lost faith in. Not faith, that's the wrong term, but. He's not the flavour of the month anymore, is he? When he was the US champion and he beat Ryback all those times.
Yeah. Well, at least he was a US champion. I mean, Corbin hasn't been a champion. He won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and we haven't seen much of him since, to be honest.
I can see Corbin ending up on Raw, actually, at some point. Maybe like a trade for Sami Zayn. But I'm still going with Corbin to win this match.
So you're going with Corbin and I'm going with Corbin as well.
What is that for? What copying me for?
I've already written all mine down already, just so you don't do the whole copy angle. I've already written all mine down, alright? I'm just waiting on what you're going to say.
Where's the fun in that? So I can't do any mind games or anything.
No, I've learnt my lesson.
Ah, you're so boring.
I've learnt my lesson. I'm wanting to hear your opinion on one match, but it's not the next match we're going to talk about, which is The Miz against Dolph Ziggler in a ladders match. How do you see this going, Jay?
Hey, I just went first. You tell me how you see it going, Punk.
I can't see past The Miz. I can't. He's just won it back. Although the ladder match does favour Ziggler, this is going to be a great match regardless of the result. It just makes sense for Miz to win it for me. So I'm going to go with The Miz.
You're not concerned about Daniel Bryan at all during this match?
No. Why would I be?
Just like, they've been having a back and forth. Did you see Talking Smack? And Daniel Bryan obviously wasn't on the show.
That's right. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, but, he was attacking The Miz. He was attacking Daniel Bryan a lot verbally throughout the show. So you don't see Bryan being a factor in this match?
No, I don't. Do you?
That's a shame. No, because I'm going with Miz. Because if Dolph wins, we're going to have to see this match again.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you can't see it again. There's
they've kind of already told us it's the last time.
Yeah, so that means that Miz has to win.
Well, not necessarily. It means that maybe that Miz don't get a rematch.
Perhaps. Or Hulk Hogan runs down to the ring and he takes the IC title down after that.
Look, as much as I hate Hulk Hogan, he's not coming back for the IC title.
And he's certainly not climbing up a ladder.
No, he's not. So, yeah, we've both gone for the same again. I've got a feeling this is going to be par for the course, I'm afraid. But let's move on anyway. We see Alpha backstage working out, and it seems that they have something in common with Bray and Randy. Levitation. After all the suplexes Jordan gives them, they're not coming back down. Can Alpha defy the laws of gravity, Jay?
What did that mean, by the way? They're not coming back down.
Yeah, but then that's what Gable says about Jordan, but then Jordan reminds him, they've got to come back down again. I went, yeah, of course they have. Yeah, of course.
yeah.
I bet Newton is turning in his grave right now. And he thought that Neville was the only man that gravity forgot.
Absolutely.
And Jordan lets us know that they love to make the lights go out. Bray and Randy, that is. And Gable will put their lights out for them. Run!
That's fighting talk, bro.
It is, Jay. What do you think of this?
I like it. I think it's one of the first times I've seen them talk on SmackDown.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. Alpha really got the spotlight put on them on this episode.
Yeah, absolutely. Headlining. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant.
Yeah. Main eventing on SmackDown. You don't see many tag matches headlining anything these days. So
no.
Yeah, good stuff.
Well, not since Teddy Long, anyway.
No, that's true. But they're normally thrown together tag team matches, aren't they?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. But still.
So, next, Bray comes on the Tron, and he says that Alpha are delusional. And Randy said that he was once naive, close-minded, and blind like Alpha are. But now he sees everything. He puts himself and Bray over for their win at Survivor Series, but asks Harper if he can handle Kane. And it seems like he's sowing the seeds of dissension between Bray and Harper.
I love it. Because did you see as well when Bray was talking about him and Randy,
the two best guys.
That's it, yeah.
Kept saying two.
I love Harper, the way he looked at Randy. I loved it. It was quality, man. Just little seeds. I love it.
Yeah, good stuff. So next we get Carmella and Sticky, and we find out that they will have a no DQ match at TLC.
Interesting.
And the crowd start doing how you doing chants.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I thought she'd love it, but played it well as a heel.
Carmella did wicked here. She said, "I'll be doing a hell of a lot better when I get out of here." Good job. And she tells Nikki that she's got a message for John Cena.
What was that message?
She's going to apologise to Cena for hitting Nikki with a chair so hard that her Bella twins are going to be popping out of her back.
Oh, I look forward to seeing that.
she's gonna turn them lumps into humps.
My lovely lady humps.
I wonder if camels store silicone in their humps.
They're all real, man.
That reminds me, bruv. There was this girl that I used to go out with, right?
Not the one that's bald.
No, you don't know her.
All right.
And she'd had surgery, let's say, on her breasts,
Mm.
and she asked me if I wanted to feel them. Yeah, so I felt the right breast, and as I felt it, this little black man's head popped up and went, made a little face at me.
What?
It was really weird, bruv. And she said, like, don't worry, like, stroke the left one. So I touched the left one, and this little black man's head came up again and went, and I said to her, what the hell is going on? And she said, don't worry about it. It's just those silicone implants.
Oh, fucking hell. No, that's not good. Are you kidding me? Dude, we're going to jail.
It's wordplay. It's not racism. It's wordplay.
Oh man, there goes our 5-star ratings.
0 stars.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Well, Carmella's saying that she's going to rearrange her face so bad that the last thing on her mind will be a wedding. You're welcome, John. And then Sticky comes out and she hits a spear on Carmella and a catfight ensues. What did you think about this segment, Jay?
Yeah, no, it's alright. I like it. It's building up to the no DQ match. These two ladies have had a nice rivalry spanning a couple of months now, so I'm looking forward to it. A nice culmination. I wonder if there'll be a run-in. You never know. Somebody has to get involved, I suppose.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we see this match going at TLC. You say a run-in?
John Cena's going to come down and F you, Carmella, isn't he?
All right. Is that what's going to happen?
Cement his heel turn. Yeah.
What about if John Cena came down, got down on one knee, went to engage, like offered the engagement to Sticky,
and low blowed her,
and then turned to Carmella instead, and asked Carmella to marry him?
Oh man!
And she just goes, "How are you doing?"
And then we see a match between Big Cass and Cena.
Yeah. Book it, bruv. Book it.
Yeah. Oh man, I really don't know how I see this match going. To be fair, I think you got to put Nikki Bella over, because she's probably going to be She's probably going to be, they're building her up to being the women's title match at WrestleMania. So I see her going over in this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Carmella. I think it'll be a good match. But I do see Sticky going over. What about you? How do you see it going down?
For me, I think this is probably the hardest one to call. Maybe on the whole show. It could go either way. It probably depends on who wins the women's title. And because I think Becky's going to win, I just think Carmella would be the natural next step for Becky to go up against. So for that reason, I'm going to go with Carmella. Interesting.
So we've both gone in different directions.
Yeah, it makes it interesting as well, because, I mean,
I
could have just gone for Sticky as well, but I refuse to. I have my reasons.
More for you.
Probably. If I lose, I'll lose by a point. It's not the end of the world. So you've gone for Sticky and I've gone for Carmella.
Yeah.
Cool, let's move on. Next we get the Ambrose Asylum segment with James Ellsworth 316. And Ambrose asks Ellsworth, how old are those boots?
Yeah. They looked alright.
And this reminded me of Billy's boots. Do you remember Billy's boots?
No.
It was in Roy the Rovers. It was a guy, he had these like ancient boots from like some famous striker from like 40 years past. And everyone used to take the mickey out of him because they were practically falling apart.
Okay.
But he used to score loads of goals with them. And like he was like top scorer every year. And people used to run his boots down. It just made me laugh because I used to have a pair of boots that were falling apart as well. They weren't owned by like a really famous striker. I just didn't have much money as a kid. That's what it was, really. And everyone used to call my boots Bobby's boots.
Oh dear.
And then one time I had a trial for East Ham United, who were it was for Clapton FC, who were a semi-professional side, and I took a shot with these boots and they fell apart, bro. They disintegrated in like 4 parts. And I had to sit out the rest of the game, and obviously I wasn't picked.
Wow.
That was the end of my football career after that.
Wow. So you could be a world famous. What was your position? What was you playing?
I was playing midfield that day, but I was usually a defensive midfielder or a centre back.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Centre back. You got to play centre back.
Why? Because I'm tall. That whole basketball thing again, is it? God damn it.
Yes, that is absolutely why.
Bruv, I've played everywhere. I've played in goal. I've played full-back. I've played on the wing. Played up front. I've managed. I've coached. I've done it all, baby. I've done it all.
And where did it lead you? Right here with
Right
you.
here with you. I know.
Stuck in the middle with you.
My life used to be so good. People used to like me. They used to cheer for me. They used to go out on stage. They used to chant my name. Girls would hang on my every word. And now I'm stuck with Jay.
Hey, you the one that headhunted me.
Talking about wrestling. Oiled up men.
Talking about make-believe.
Wearing Y fronts. Where did it all go wrong, Jay?
Oh, man.
Where did it all go wrong?
You should have invested in some boots. That's where it all went wrong.
That's it. I should have got some of Ronaldo's boots.
Yeah, even though he probably wasn't born at the time.
He wasn't. I don't even think Predators had come out by then.
Wow. Even I had a pair of Predators.
But you can't play football, bruv. You used to play for my five-a-side team, so I remember.
Hey, I'd put on a few pounds by the time I was playing for your five-a-side team. And hey, what the hell is this, man? Again, you asked me to play.
That's because I was the manager.
Oh, man. You know what?
I remember setting you up a nice little goal one time, though.
I scored. I remember. You did like some bird camp skill. I'll never forget that, man. I'll never forget that because you were out wide on the right wing, and then I thought, he's never getting this across to me. And you did it. And you pulled it back. And I was like, holy shit, I'm going to score. And I scored with my left foot as well. I'm not even left-footed. That's how good the pass was. I was like, damn. I was like, how did he get that across to me? And when we scored that goal, we were winning. We were winning the match at that point.
Yeah.
And then I think we fatigue hit in, and then
went wrong.
Hey, but for those 10 minutes, we were winning. That's when they started to take us seriously.
The Aussies started arguing with each other, and then
exactly. Yeah, it started into a brawl.
Bro, that was quite intense at times. That five-a-side thing we used to do.
It was shockingly intense, man.
It was.
It's supposed to be friendly.
Yeah, we were all mates, and we'd come off there and we'd hate each other. We'd like, fucking why did you do that? Or we'd hate the other team. Remember that goalkeeper who sat on the fucking ground?
That was the one I scored against.
He wound me up, bruv.
Because that was him.
Because I scored that goal. I just took a shot as soon as I got over the halfway line. I just shot it at him.
Yeah.
And I went, get up, you fucking cunt! I was proper pumped up, man. Proper taking us lightly, but yeah.
But then instead of having halftime oranges, we had a halftime smoke, and
Yeah.
and Kat was bringing beers with her at halftime. Do you remember at halftime we were having beers and cigarettes, man? It was just like so surreal. It's like really, and they were all young lads and fit, and they were drinking like fucking Gatorade and like warming up, and we were drinking beer and having a cigarette. It's like, come on, lads, let's go get them. So this is
old school way, bruv.
proper, yeah, man. Good times.
Well, anyway, back to Ellsworth's boots.
Oh yeah.
Ambrose said they look like they come from a 4th grade sewing class, and that he's just spray painted them. Ellsworth said that he'll do anything for Dean, and Ambrose suggests washing his car,
Yeah, that was hard, man.
or doing his laundry, or maybe picking him up a 6-pack.
And he gave him some money.
Yeah,
And he tucked it into his pants.
he did. Yeah. He should have tucked it under his chin. Oh no, wait, he wouldn't have been able to do that. Ambrose asks him who he wants to win at TLC between him and AJ, and Ellsworth says that he would love to face Ambrose for the title, but to be honest, he fancies his chances against AJ. After all, he is 3-0 up on him.
I know, right? 3-0, baby.
And Dean's like, he's drunk with power. And then AJ comes out, and he tells Ambrose that he would be better off with a ventriloquist dummy than Ellsworth. And it seems that AJ is the WWE's namer of dummies. Dummy!
Dummy, yeah.
Yeah! At least the dummy has a chin. Dean says, are you saying that you lost to a dummy 3 times? and AJ says that he's going to beat the respect out of Dean. AJ dares Ellsworth to show up at TLC, and all of a sudden we get AJ Styles chants. This guy's doing his best to be a heel, man, and he's still getting chanted.
He is the best heel, but at the same time, he's just too over, man. We love him too much.
It's true, very true. We find out that the title will be hanging in the TLC match, so that means we're pretty much going to get 2 ladder matches in the same night.
Yeah.
AJ pushes Ellsworth into Dean, and he goes into a ladder. He throws Ellsworth at the table, and at the chairs that were on the table.
Yeah.
Then he throws Dean into the steps, and hits him with the steps. Then Ellsworth decides to front him up. But AJ just hits him with a ladder. And he hangs Ellsworth on the ropes and pastes him with a chair.
I know, man. Proper.
And then, bruv, we got the Styles Clash off the steps. Oh my God.
That was an assault, man. Oh my God. Bro, I still don't know what I saw.
Bruv, I had to I rewound it. I was dumbstruck when it happened.
I couldn't believe it.
I was thinking, what if his head didn't clear the steps?
I know.
I was like, holy shit.
He's been known to botch it up in the past.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man.
Ellsworth, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he tucks his head.
Because remember that Styles Clash he took?
Yeah, he tucked his head.
That's right, forward, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but that looked so sick, bro. It really did.
I'll tell you, that was one of the standout things I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. Do you know Bret Hart runs down the Styles Clash? He calls it a move where it looks like you're tickling the other guy's belly.
What?
Yeah.
Are you joking? That is one of the best Impact moves. It's electric, man. I love it.
Yeah, I know. I think Hitman's just doing the sad bit of Bret.
Yeah. I wish I did that move.
Well, the EMTs stretch Ellsworth out, and Ambrose goes in the ambulance with him. What did you think of this overall, Jay?
Quality. Love it. It's superb, man. It's just, you're building on there's almost 2 feuds here that's happening simultaneously, isn't it? And because we're going to see Ellsworth versus one of these guys at some point because he's got a future title opportunity. And going towards TLC, AJ, it's just so good. So good. What did you think?
Yeah, it was awesome, man. Everything that AJ touches turns to gold, and he's pulling Ellsworth and Ambrose up to where he is. It's that simple.
Yeah. And he's bringing the best out of Ambrose because I've started to really like Ambrose again.
Definitely. Ambrose he's doing more of the lunatic character now, where he's a bit more on edge and a bit more unpredictable. And it's not just comedy stuff, but it's like, yeah, he could go off at any time, but because he's a face, I suppose he's staying in the comedy zone, but he can go off on that edge at any time. So
yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to snap. There'll come a time when he does. So next, we get Kane versus Harper, and there are no stats for Harper. He didn't get any stats, bro. This is when you know that he's not going to be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Well, not wrestling anyway, but he might appear, you never know. Harper does a senton atomico, and then Kane does a DDT and a sidewalk slam. Harper does the drop kick. Kane hits a power bomb. Harper does this swinging cradle, and it was like Big Boss Man's move.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, 2 big guys as well.
Yeah. And then Harper hits a super kick! Kane hits a superplex and a choke slam for the win. What do you think of this match, Jay?
Yeah, it was alright. It plays on the whole Randy and Orton, Randy and Bray sort of thing when
Brandy. Let's call them Brandy.
Let's call them Brandy. Brandy when they were egging on Harper to send the demon to hell. And Kane is I don't remember him losing since the brand split. I really don't. He's just like on this huge winning streak. He may have lost when Orton turned on him, but that was it.
Didn't Bray? I think Bray beat him probably with a Harper lights out thing.
That's it. Yeah, when Orton hit the RKO out of nowhere. But no, it was a good match for these 2 big guys. It was about 11 minutes as well. It was pretty sweet. Yeah,
it was good for a big, like you said, good for a big guy match. Both very athletic guys, and they kept it interesting. Usually, big guy matches don't really do much for me.
No, and they're usually shorter as well. So 11 minutes, pretty good for these 2. I really like Harper.
Do you think we see either of these guys on the pay-per-view?
Possibly on the pre-show. Possibly. We were discussing it earlier. But then I'll be back-to-back pre-shows with these two.
Yeah, well, at least, I mean, you've got to put something on the pre-show, haven't you?
We do maybe the women on the pre-show, Naomi, maybe.
Yeah, I
somebody.
suppose. Well, you got 2 women's matches on the pay-per-view, so that's probably less likely. Maybe a tag team match, because there's no other tag team match.
True, maybe. Breezango, maybe, and
Breezango,
Breezango.
and, yeah, Hype Bros. Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
probably, yeah.
We have a backstage segment next with Becky, and we find out that she's got a bruised spine. And Bliss has asked for a tables match at TLC, and Becky agrees and says that she will get her revenge on that little bitch.
I know.
She's well blissed off, bruv.
Proper. Yeah.
So let's talk about the women's title match, which is going to be a tables match. This is for 3 points in the Prediction League. How do you see this going, Jay?
I see Alexa Bliss winning the title here.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I see her. That's why I kind of went with Nikki Bella as well earlier, because I see Alexa, probably, obviously they'll have a rematch, but I do see Alexa winning the title here, the women's title. I sense by your tone that you believe that Becky's going to go over here.
I think Becky's got to go over here. For me, she's the outstanding person in this division, and I think you need to keep her strong. And I think she's raised Bliss up to her level just by them wrestling against each other and going against each other. So I don't think the loss hurts Bliss as much as it would hurt Becky.
I agree with you, but I think that this isn't going to be the end of it. That's why I think that Alexa will go over in this match.
You don't think a tables match is going to be the end of it? How do you top a tables match? You can't go back to a normal match after a tables match.
No, but then you can. It's not difficult. Because the table doesn't, it's just one table you're going to go through.
Okay.
And it's just like, okay, it's not like several tables. Like Becky did say on the Talking Smack, she's going to put her for 40 tables.
That'd be cool.
That would be amazing, especially considering that she weighs nothing.
yeah, that's true.
But I've just got this feeling that this is going to be a title change here.
Fair enough. So you're going for Alexa Bliss?
I am, yeah. I'm going for Alexa.
And I'm sticking with my Irish power. Street fire! Becky Lynch all the way for me. Diddly diddly dee. Potatoes.
Book it, Dango.
Cool. So, we've reached that point where it's our main event of the evening. Scheduled for one fall.
One fall!
For the number 1 contendership.
For the number 1 contendership. I don't know why I just said exactly like you did.
It's like a Nigerian accent you did that in.
Hey, can I have your bank account details?
And your sort code. Do you know I'm a prince in my country?
Yeah. I was a doctor.
This main event is Bray and Brandy, as we know them affectionately, against American Alpha for the number 1 contendership. And it's really good to see Alpha in the main event. Brilliant. Love it.
Indeed.
We get deep arm drags to start off by Jordan to Randy. Alpha do a double drop kick to Bray. Jordan does like a crossbody, but he misses and eats the ropes. Orton does a drop suplex on the ropes to Jordan. Gable does a top rope crossbody to Orton, and then he does his hanging armbar on the ropes, which looked really good. Bray knocks Gable off the top rope and does a corner avalanche. A DDT on the apron, which was not really a DDT, but we'd say it was a DDT. Orton does a power slam, and the champs are watching TV backstage.
Yeah.
Not on the show 2 weeks running.
Yeah.
Just watching TV all the time.
Eating quavers.
Yeah. Cheesy poofs.
Cheesy poofs.
They're my cheesy poofs.
Yeah.
Kitty!
You respect my authority!
Respect my authority! Gable does a drop kick, and Bray cuts Gable off and knocks Jordan off the apron, preventing the tag. And Bray does this huge Uranagi to Gable.
Yeah.
He swanned him in the air, bro.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to hit his head on the ceiling. It was like he was a child or something. Like, not Goldberg's child. He's probably a bit heavy.
Yeah.
Orton hits a suplex, and it's beautiful. Jay. That was a beautiful superplex.
Yeah.
Picture perfect. Both guys tag out, and then Jordan does a drop kick to Orton. We get a belly to belly to Bray, a Saito suplex, and then Gable does a cannonball off the apron to Orton. We get a German release to Bray, and then the lights go out. What's going to happen, Jay?
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. Why are you whispering?
Why did they turn the lights out?
I don't know. Why did they turn the lights out?
I don't know. I'm a little scared.
Do you know that George Michael got found with a chocolate bar stuck up his ass? It was a careless whisper.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, this is episode 28, and this is the episode where Bob goes to jail. for being misogynistic, for being racist, and a homophobe.
Bruv, when I start singing my songs in jail, they're gonna let me go.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Harper appears to distract Jordan, and Sister Abigail attempts is blocked by a Gable dropkick. Then Alpha go for the grand amplitude, but Randy, from out of nowhere, with an RKO to Gable. Jordan misses Bray with a spear and hits the post because Harper pulls him out of the way.
Yeah.
Harper's making up for his mess up earlier, not beating
Yep.
Kane. We get the Sister Abigail for the 1-2-3, and your number one contenders for the tag team titles, Brandy.
Quality.
What did you think about this match, Jay?
Oh, it's quality, man. Quality. Great stuff. It was, I'm really digging the tag team of Brandy. Alpha, just off the chain, as per usual. Headlining SmackDown only increases their overall superness, man. They're fucking superb. I love them. It's just a matter of time for them. Not right now.
No.
Maybe they're going to hold it off to WrestleMania, or maybe the Rumble.
I'd hold it off even longer.
Do you reckon? Really? Bloody hell.
I'd have them be real underdogs and always get close, but always failing at the last minute. And then when they actually win it, it will mean something. Maybe do it at SummerSlam. Maybe even wait till next WrestleMania. There's no rush for these guys. They're so young.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Do it at a big event where it means something, and that means SummerSlam or WrestleMania.
The only reason I say why not is because there's not enough tag teams for them. What are they going to do for that long?
There's plenty of heels there. There's Ford Villains, there's Ascension, there's Breezango, there's Usos, there's Spirit Squad, there's Headbangers. They're all heels.
You want to see a feud between them and the Headbangers?
No, but I'm just saying there's plenty for them to do. You're saying there's nothing for them to do, but there's plenty.
Yes, you're saying there's plenty for them to do, but there's plenty for them to do with teams that I don't want to see them go up against because it's going to be dull as fuck.
But so far they've had a mini feud against Usos, and that's really it. So they haven't really tangled with many of these tag teams, so to speak. And I can see Alpha feuding with Bray and Randy and not winning again.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if they go over with the titles, that would be could be fun.
Yeah. But by the way, when they're doing their pose at the end, the follow the buzzards and the Orton pose.
Yeah, they got trolled, didn't they?
JBL calls Orton the ultimate mannequin challenge.
He trolled them both, man. It's just like, because he stopped Maro as well. He's like, hey, well, no. Randy Orton doing the ultimate mannequin challenge. He's like, oh my god. JBL just trolled Randy Orton, man. It's harsh.
So, we've got the tag team title match. As far as we're aware, there is no stipulation. So, this is going to be Bray and Randy Orton against the champions, Heath Slater and Rhino.
Yep.
So, I'm the one to go next, am I? Am I the one to talk first on this, or are you?
Yeah, I said Alexa was going to win, so yeah, so
Okay.
you're next.
It makes sense for Bray and Randy to win, just because they were the last two in the Survivor Series. And they weren't even in the tag team turmoil. They put Alpha over by winning that match, and they gave Alpha a main event, but they beat Alpha as well. So that suggests to me that the writing's on the wall for Heath Slater and Rhino, and I think now is the time for them to lose the titles. They haven't really been doing much on the show, so I don't know whether they've lost faith in them or whether they've got a different angle for them or what the situation is, but I can't really see past Bray and Randy. So something says to me that I'd like to see Harper instead of Bray. I like it to be Harper and Randy, and then you've got the possibility of Slater and Rhino winning. You've also got the possibility of Harper and Orton winning, but then having the tension afterwards. So, yeah, at the moment I'm going with the Wyatts, whoever they happen to be. So, how do you see this game, Jay?
I've got to go with the Wyatts, man. I think they're going to be... This is a nice way for them to increase the feud. You know, I think Bray and Randy win it. Then Harper, not being the tag team champion, they can out him a little more each week, and he can get a little bit more wound up. So when, you know, Randy does eventually, if he does turn, he's gonna turn on Bray. So yeah, I've got to go with Randy, man. It's gonna be sweet as well, seeing them two holding the titles together. It'll be Bray's first championship.
That's what makes me think that Harper's going to be in there for some reason, or that Rhino and Slater are going to end up winning. Maybe Harper gets involved and messes up this time.
Maybe. So why don't you go with Slater and
I've
Rhino?
already said who I'm going with. You can't play that. You can't play that trick on me.
No, I'm gonna let you make an addendum to your change.
No, but I'm not making one. So there you go. Brandy all the way. I told you the Wyatts, no matter what form they come in, the Wyatts. I told you I wrote them all down already. So this man will not be moved. I'm not for turning, not me. So, next, just when you think it's all over, some of the crowd are on the pitch. We get Slater and Rhino backstage, and they're being asked about their match at TLC. And AJ comes in and says that no one really cares about the tag team division. People only care about the world title. And Slater says to AJ, calm down, bruv, calm down, easy. And AJ says, you better shut up, I'm trying to have an interview here.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Rhino steps up and gets in AJ's face.
He threw his quavers away.
He did, so he was very upset.
I can't believe it, man. I was upset. I'm still hungry.
Boy, oh boy, that looks just like a quaver.
Yeah.
This one smells like a quaver. I wonder if they taste like quavers.
They are quavers! Then all of a sudden, Ambrose appears from out of nowhere, and he says, there you are, you bastard! And he just attacks AJ. And he throws him over the couch, throws him onto the tables, like the dressing room tables, and starts pasting him on the tables. And now I'm happy, because I know that AJ will retain. Phew!
You don't think the guy with two fists is going to get involved?
It's up to you, Jay. So let's talk about the main event, which I'm hoping is going to be the main event. It should be the main event. And that's AJ Styles, your champion, versus Dean Ambrose in a TLC match. How do you see this going, Jay? And this is for 3 points.
You've got to think that Ellsworth is going to be involved in this. You know, he just took that Styles Clash and, you know, he got stretched out in an ambulance, man. You think he's got to play some part in this. Now, he did help Team Raw win at Survivor Series. And is he going to be the reason that we see AJ lose the title and Dean Ambrose win it? Or is Dean Ambrose going to lose the match because of Ellsworth? And so Ellsworth is a big part in this match, and he has got a title match himself lined up in the future at some point. And, you know, this allegiance that he's got with Ambrose is not going to go on forever. So, I don't know. I'm going to go with my heart. I can't see WWE taking the title off AJ. But I do believe that Ellsworth is going to be the reason, somehow. He's going to do something to cost Ambrose. And I think Ambrose is going to snap and become proper lunatic after this.
So you're going with AJ?
I'm going to go with AJ, yes.
Well, I'm going to shock you right now, Jay, because I am going for AJ too.
AJ too?
There's two of them.
There's two of them. AJ Lee. You're going AJ Lee to win. Oh, I see.
You see, for me, bruv, there's only one word to describe AJ.
Phenomenal. Do, 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 do. Phenomenal. Do, 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 do. Phenomenal. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, he is amazing.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
But AJ has to win. You saying Ellsworth could be in this? I would be upset if Ellsworth showed up, having just been stretchered off, because he broke his neck. He'd already had a broken neck. Then he got Styles clashed off the steps. So the only way I see him showing up, he better be wearing a neck brace, crutches, it's a wheelchair. You know what I mean? Like just two people carrying him. I suppose he has to show up, but then I don't really want him to. But he probably has to. I prefer the idea of him costing Ambrose and Ambrose going off on him. That suits me a lot better.
Yeah.
Whether that will happen or not, I don't know. But either way, I see AJ Styles winning this match.
Yes.
Is it possible this could end in a draw where they both grab the title?
Oh wow! I didn't think of that. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
It's not beyond doubt. Not beyond reason. Both of them go up, grab it, fall down together, and then they go into the next pay-per-view. Which possibly is Rumble.
Is it possible that during the match, Ellsworth comes down and cashes in his title match?
What title match?
While both guys are knocked out. He's got a title match, right, Ellsworth?
He's got nothing to cash in, though,
I know,
has he?
but I'm thinking hypothetically here. Maybe he spoke to Shane or something, and then when both guys are knocked out, he goes to go up the ladder and almost grabs the title, but then both guys push the ladder away. And then he's just dead on the side, and like the match goes on for another 10 minutes, and the person wins, and he's still there on the floor in the same place. He hasn't moved.
Or what if Ambrose AJ goes up, he grabs the title, but the referee's incapacitated somehow. But then Ellsworth takes it off from AJ's hands and hands it to Ambrose. Rolls out the ring. Referee comes to life. He sees the belt in Ambrose's hand.
Yeah,
and
that
Ambrose
could happen.
wins the title.
That could happen. Yeah, there's a lot of ways they could go, but they probably won't do any of that.
No, of course not. It's WWE.
Yeah.
What is SmackDown? You never know. SmackDown do things properly.
Maybe Hulk Hogan will come out.
And make your day. Him and Goldberg come together. And Kevin Nash. That would be like the new stable.
The Triangle of Terror.
The Triangle of Terror. I love it. That's the best thing I've ever heard. Nash, Goldberg, and Hogan. That'd be brilliant.
There's already a Triangle of Terror.
Was there? Is there?
Sergeant Slaughter, Colonel Mustafa, and General Adnan with the Triangle of Terror.
Fucking hell. I don't remember that, man.
The match made in hell.
Yes, indeed.
Against Warrior and Hogan. No?
It's a long time ago, bro.
Dear.
It's not fresh in my memory right now.
It was when Hogan ran off Adnan and Mustafa with a chair, and he left WWE, and he wasn't seen again for like another 8 months.
So, did we go through all the matches?
We have. Let's do a little rundown. We've both gone for Corbin against Kalisto, and that's a chairs match for 1 point.
Yep.
We've both gone for Miz against Ziggy, and that's a ladder match for 2 points.
Yep.
You've gone for Sticky, and I've gone for Carmella in a no DQ match. That's 1 point as well.
Mm-hmm.
You've gone for Bliss, and I've gone for Becky. That's a tables match for 3 points. We've both gone for Brandy in the tag team title match, and we've both gone for AJ in the TLC main event, and that's for 3 points.
I see me going 6 for 6, by the way.
Yeah, I see myself going 6 for 6.
The SmackDown this week only had 3 matches. Does that surprise you?
It was a go-home show, so I kind of expected it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I kind of expected it. It seems to happen on a go-home show. The thing is, they don't really have the depth, and it wasn't integral to the story. I like that about them. They're not just going to throw out a meaningless match to you.
I suppose they've only got 2 hours. So they can't really. They've got a lot.
It's like we
to do
don't
in
need
2
to
hours.
see the Usos against Breezango or whatever. We don't need to see it 'cause it's not relevant to TLC.
Yeah.
Everything that was relevant to TLC was on the show.
There was a dark match, and it was the Hype Bros against the Breezango, and the Hype Bros won.
Boo! They ain't hype.
They ain't hype.
God damn it! Fashion police are going down.
Yeah, it's a terrible angle, man. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Renee can join them now, seeing as she's got such bad fashion sense.
That's harsh. Did you want to talk about Talking Smack?
Not really, because I mean, we kind of talked about it with Miz.
Miz was awesome, man. His quality when
Yeah.
he filled in for Brian, didn't he?
Yeah. He stirs trouble with Renee and Brian as well.
Yeah.
Say like, what
Quality.
didn't he even text you to let you know that he wasn't going to be on the show? What kind of general manager would do that? Like,
Brilliant.
and Renee asked Miz who the best woman from Raw or SmackDown was, and he said Maurice.
Of course he's gonna say Maurice.
And then during the Dolph interview, he was talking about the match as Mike Mizanin and not the Miz.
It's brilliant.
And Dolph was saying, "I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that to you." And he's going, "Well, I think the Miz will do this to you." And
Yeah.
I don't think you're as good as you think you are, Ziggler. I think the Miz will beat you.
I really miss Mike Mizanin is quality, man.
Yeah, it's good.
So good.
And this is where we found out that Brian sent a text to Renee to confirm the tables match for TLC against Becky. And we also had AJ on there. And Miz and AJ are pretty much just agreeing that Ellsworth is the worst thing in wrestling.
Yeah. Did you see when Miz was like, "Oh, when I wrestled AJ, it was one of the best matches," and
Renee didn't remember at all.
Renee was like, "When did you?" And then AJ was like, "Do you watch the show?"
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? That was like one of his first matches when he came in on SmackDown. I remember it.
Poor girl, she got killed, man.
Yeah. Oh, right, rightly so. I mean,
2 huge egos on either side of her. She was just getting destroyed, man.
And Miz also said that Brian likes Ellsworth because he reminds him of himself.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's damn true.
So yeah, all in all, good SmackDown. Looking forward to TLC.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Bob, did you, just off topic a little, did you see 205 Live?
I didn't. I missed it. Haven't seen it.
Oh, no, it was really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah. You know what they should have done on Raw?
Yeah, they've done here.
They did it here, yeah.
Was it like the CWC kind of?
Yeah, and we saw Jack Gallagher, so definitely go watch it, man. I know, right?
Jackie Boy!
So good.
I love Jackie Boy. To me, he's a homemade WWE guy, man. He's perfect for them.
He is, and the crowd were loving him, man. Loving him.
How can you not love him? He's so good. He does everything with such style. There's a style about him that you just don't see in wrestlers these days.
Finesse.
You don't see it. Yeah. And he makes the most basic thing seem like the most amazing thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just by the way he presents it.
He fought Aria Daivari. He tied him up into that little knot.
Yeah,
like he did. Yeah.
Rolled him up into a ball, yeah?
It's and
it just looks at him and just like to say,
"What?" The crowd were loving it, man. The crowd were loving it. Because it is SmackDown. It is SmackDown, isn't it? They record it after SmackDown, don't they?
I think so. Apparently there wasn't many in the crowd. I heard the crowd wasn't so good.
A few, because it's right at the end of SmackDown, some may have left, but there was still a fair amount there, to be fair. Yeah. I think the top tier, some people, you could see some spaces, but no, man, it was sweet.
Yeah, good stuff. And also we've got Nakamura versus Joe on Saturday. I don't know when they're going to show that on NXT, although I did read something about Nakamura being off NXT TV tapings or something, so...
Oh, dear.
I don't really know what the situation is. That's meant to be a cage match as well in Japan.
Fuck me, man. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I love Joe so much.
I think they're going to take that, so I think we're going to see it, but probably on a week or 2 week delay, whatever it may be.
That match should be at Mania. They should have that match, the title match, at Mania.
Nah, keep NXT away from it. It's doing well enough. It doesn't need Mania.
I want to see it, man. I love it. Joe's so good. So good.
Yeah, they're both amazing. But yeah, that's been our TLC rundown, our SmackDown rundown.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add, Jay?
No, just the people listening, thank you for listening. Again, as Bob said at the beginning, you can catch us on iTunes, on Stitcher, on YouTube. You can go to our website, which is jabwrestling.com. Add us on Twitter, at jabwrestling. And let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you think of this pay-per-view. Who you think is going to win. Do you agree with what we said? Probably not, because Bob, especially Bob, because his picks were dreadful. I'm definitely going 6 for 6. There's no doubt.
Okay. It's all on the women's division, it seems.
It is, yeah, I know, right? And that's a big compliment to how they've actually handled the women, because the two matches that we've picked differently is we don't know
how they've handled the women.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. No boob chops here.
And I've got my mind in the gutter. Okay.
Yeah. Also, today we've released the Raw review on which is episode 27, which is now on iTunes and YouTube. So go check it out. Hear what we had to say about the how Raw went down with the bar brawl. We had a women's title match. We had the number one contenders match. So yeah, go check out what we said.
Yeah, and also coming up for the end of the year, we are going to be bringing a new awards ceremony. WWE have the Slammies, and Jab Wrestling have the Jabbies. That's right. We're going to be creating some...
trophies?
No. We're going to be creating categories.
Oh, categories.
Different
yes,
categories for Jabbies, Jabby Awards. We want you guys to vote in our Jabby Awards. We'll be doing that on Twitter. You can also leave comments on jabwrestling.com or on the YouTube in the comments section. But yeah, look out for that, people. We're going to be doing different categories, and we want to know who your winner of this year's Jabbies is going to be.
And we're gonna do the dummy of the year.
That's the top Jabby. That's the top
God.
Jabby award.
That's gonna be awesome, man. There's so many already. I
There
don't
is.
know.
Right now, I think Michael Cole's at the top of my list.
I think he's going to be on top of a lot of people's lists.
The only reason I wouldn't pick him is because I don't want him to win a Jabby. I don't think he deserves one.
Maybe we could invite him on the show to collect his award.
Indeed, we could well do.
You know, if we get enough responses, Bob, we could do the show live. The award show.
Yes, we could. And we could get our little envelopes out and open them up.
It'll be awesome, man.
Right.
It's going to be awesome. Good times.
We'll have to start brainstorming on that.
Definitely, no doubt.
But in the meantime, thanks for tuning in. And don't forget, jabwrestling.com. Go there, people. Because Jab Wrestling is here. And the JAB is the place to be. We're Jay and Bob. We've just done the job. We're out of here, guys. Enjoy TLC.
Ho!
The Jay and Bob Wrestling Podcast has been brought to you by Skype, Audacity, and the number 2. This show is a product of the Jay and Bob Workshop.